How many times have you said no to someone, only to follow it up with a paragraph of explanations? I can't make it because my week has been crazy and I have this thing in my dog. We've all been there. We feel this intense, sudden urge to justify our boundaries as if a simple no makes us the bad guy. But here is a harsh truth we rarely admit to ourselves. When you over-explain, you aren't being polite. You are negotiating your worth. You're asking for their permission to have a boundary. Today, we're talking about the hidden strength of setting boundaries without explaining yourself, and why silence is often your greatest power move. To understand why this is so critical, let's look at a scenario that happens every single day. Imagine a talented graphic designer named Sarah. She worked hard, but her clients constantly pushed her limits, asking for quick favors on weekends or shifting deadlines at the last minute. Every time Sarah wanted to say no, fear took over. She would reply with long, apologetic emails. "I'm so sorry, I would love to help, but it's my mother's birthday this weekend, and I already promised I'd be there." Sarah thought she was being professional and kind, but look at what actually happened. One client saw the word "mother's birthday" and immediately found a loophole. He replied, "Oh, it's just a 2-hour task. You can easily do it Sunday morning before the party." Sarah was trapped. By giving away the details of her personal life, she accidentally gave her client the power to judge whether her reason was good enough. She realized that her explanations weren't protecting her, they were exposing her. In modern culture, especially in a world that demands 24/7 access to your time and energy, saying no feels like a crime. From a young age, we are conditioned to be people pleasers. We're taught that to be a good person, we must always be available, flexible, and agreeable. So, when we finally build the courage to set a boundary, guilt immediately takes over. We think, if I give them a good enough reason, they won't be mad at me. But here's the flaw in that logic. People who don't respect your boundaries won't respect your reasons either. When you give someone an explanation, you're handing them a tool to debate you. If you say, "I can't go because I'm too tired," they will say, "Oh, come on, you can sleep tomorrow." Your boundary is not a debate. It is a decision. There is a massive, unspoken power in saying, "I can't make it this time, but thank you for asking." Period. Full stop. No further sentences. What happens when you do this? First, you reclaim your personal power. You send a clear signal to your own subconscious and to the world that your time, your mental health, and your energy are inherently valuable. They don't need a doctor's note or a crisis to be protected. Second, it filters your relationships. True friends, professional colleagues, and healthy partners don't need a presentation on why you can't do something. They respect your no because they respect you. On the flip side, the people who get angry at your lack of explanation, they are usually the ones who are benefiting from your lack of boundaries. So, how do we actually practice this in real life without looking cold or rude? It comes down to 3 simple shifts in how we speak. First, practice the acknowledge and decline method. You validate the invitation, then state the boundary clearly. For example, "That sounds like a great project, but I don't have the capacity for it right now." You don't need to say why your capacity is full. Second, get comfortable with the awkward pause. When you say no, the other person might be quiet for a few seconds. Do not rush to fill that silence with an excuse. Let the silence breathe. And third, stop apologizing for things that don't require an apology. Instead of saying, "I'm so sorry, I can't," try saying, "I won't be able to make it, but I appreciate you thinking of me." Let's be real. Doing this for the first time feels incredibly uncomfortable. Your stomach might knot up. You'll feel the urge to text back and explain. When that happens, take a deep breath and remember, no is a complete sentence. You don't owe the world an inventory of your time. You don't need to apologize for protecting your peace. Next time you need to set a boundary, try the minimalist approach. Be kind, be firm, and then let it be. The right people will understand, and the wrong people will fade away. Either way, you win. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe, pause, and ponder. Until next time, stay strong and protect your peace.